Hi friends, this is Raja. Welcome to Coder's Companion. The topic that I am going to cover in this video is string formatters. This is a series of videos on Python programming for beginners. And for more videos, you can visit my channel Coder's Companion or click on my playlist links. Video links are also given in the description. Before moving on to the video, I would recommend you to subscribe my channel so that you get the notification each time I publish a new video. Let's get started. These are the subtopics in working with string. In this video, I am going to cover the third topic, string formatters. Let's begin. String formatter. The format function is used with the string object for handling complex string formatting and complex variable substitutions and value formatting. Formatters work by putting in one or more replacement fields and placeholders defined by a pair of curly braces into a string and calling the format function. The value we wish to put into the placeholders and concatenate with the string passed as parameters into the format function. The value can be a literal or a variable. For example, in this string I have a placeholder which is a pair of curly braces and I am passing a string literal value to the format function. The placeholder will be replaced by the value we passed and the output will be "Hello friends, welcome to Coder's Companion." Formatter with multiple placeholder. Multiple pairs of curly braces can be used while formatting the string. For example, in this string there are 3 placeholders and for each placeholder a value is passed. The placeholders are replaced in the same order by values and the output will be "Hello John, Danny and Emily. Have a nice day." The number of values passed must be greater than or equal to the number of placeholders, else it will throw error. In this example, I passed 2 values but there are 3 placeholders, so it will throw error. Let's work on string formatter in Python interactive shell. I am assigning a formatted string to a variable. The string contains a placeholder and a string literal friends is passed as a parameter to format function. And the output is "Hello friends, welcome to Coder's Companion." In this example, I am passing an integer to format function. And in the output, the placeholder is replaced by the integer. So the output is "I am 24 years old." Now let's use multiple placeholders and pass multiple values. I am using 3 placeholders and for each placeholder I am passing a value. In the output, the placeholders are replaced in the same order of the values. If I remove a placeholder from the string and execute, here the first 2 values are mapped to the placeholders. But if I remove a value or add a placeholder, it will throw error. This shows that the number of values passed must be greater than or equal to the number of placeholders. Formatter with positional arguments. Using empty placeholders, we can display values in default order. But suppose if I want to alter the order of values, in that case we can use positional arguments. Positional arguments are the integers placed inside the curly braces. They are limited by the number of values passed. For example, if 3 values are passed, then the arguments can range from 0 to 2. Let's see this with an example. Here I am using arguments in sequential order 0, 1, 2. Now the output will be same as the output using empty placeholders. We can change the order of the arguments and the output will be altered based on the placement of arguments. Here in this example, the positional arguments are in the order 1, 2 and 0. So in the output, the order of value is altered as Danny, Emily and John. Positional arguments with spacing. We can allocate minimum spaces to each placeholder. To do this, we just need to include the number of spaces along the positional argument. Here inside the curly braces, there is a positional argument followed by a colon and then number of spaces to allocate. Let's see this with an example. I have allocated 10 spaces to each positional argument. If the value is less than the allocated space, then the value will be concatenated with additional spaces. You can see for the value John, out of 10 spaces, 4 spaces are allocated for the letters and it leaves 6 spaces towards right side. Similarly, for Danny and Emily, it leaves 5 additional spaces. So the output looks like this. Here each value is appended with additional spaces. Formatter with keyword arguments. A keyword argument is associated with the value and that argument is added in the placeholder to replace the appropriate value. For example, here I am associating each value to a keyword argument and I am using that keyword argument in the placeholder. Here the arguments are in the order J, E, D. So the output will be John, Emily and Danny. Let's use positional arguments in placeholder. Here I am using positional argument in sequential order. So it prints the value in same order. Let's change the order to 1, 2 and 0. Now it prints Danny, Emily and John. We can also repeat the positional arguments. Here I am using the argument 0 twice. So it prints John 2 times. Let's use positional arguments with spaces. Here I am using 10 for all the arguments. In the output, you can see the value is appended with additional spaces. Now I am using keyword arguments. Each value is associated with a keyword argument and it is used in the placeholder. In the output, the placeholder is replaced by the value associated with the keyword. Let's change the order of keyword argument. And now the output is also changed based on the argument. Thanks for watching. If you like this video, please click on the like button, share the link to your friends, and for any questions and comments, feel free to post it in the comment box. And don't forget to subscribe my channel so that you get the notification each time I publish a new video. See you in next video.